You just ask anybody who'd been at Hartford for 20 years, what did Walt Harrison do when he was president? They'd probably say, well, he stabilized our finances, he built a lot of buildings, and all the students knew who he was. Well, from my years as a Trinity student, I knew that colleges or universities are not collections of buildings, they're collections of people. And that's what a college or university is. But the built environment, as architects say, can influence that a lot. And students at Trinity come to accept that because you've got this incredible long walk right in the middle of campus. And as a student, for me, that just, I looked around and said, look at this great environment I'm in. I have to take advantage of this. I had come to Trinity because I saw it as a center of enlightenment, and every day those buildings reflected for me that sense. My sense of ethics and morality are any different than anybody else's, but they were formed at Trinity. They've changed probably a little bit over the years, but the foundation for my moral structure is the same as my foundation in my intellectual structure, and I owe that to Trinity College. The one thing I did, which really added to my moral education and just to my own sense of who I was, for 18 months I was a death notification officer. And I had to knock on people's doors and tell them that their husbands or their sons had been killed in Vietnam. It was terrible. But it was, I guess for me, if you have to do something like that when you're 23 and 24 years old, I wouldn't wish that on anyone else. But for me, at least, it taught me how to be compassionate and understanding of people. And it taught me how to deliver the worst possible news you can deliver. I had the really unusual experience of growing up with parents who were white and Jewish, and another couple who were surrogate parents in a way, who were black and Baptist. It happened in this small town outside of Pittsburgh because, unusual for the early 1950s, both my mother and my father worked, so they needed to find somebody to take care of their young children when they were away. So they found this woman, Elizabeth Cameron. It's really affected me. It's changed the way I view the world. It's made me understand that people have a lot of things alike. I think all of us human beings share more likeness than we have difference from each other. Very proud of the historic mission of the University of Hartford. When it was founded in the 1950s, Dorothy Auerbach said the university should be a university where common people can get a world-class education. That always struck me as the real important mission of the university. Open the university to students regardless of their financial ability to pay, and provide them with an education second to none. A lot of people go to a college the same way I did because a cousin of mine went there and liked it, or somebody down the block. So we set about trying to make those connections in these communities in areas where the population was largely black or Latino. Now the university undergraduate student body is about 38% students of color. That's a great thing to have done, but it's also great for the university because it provides this incredible mixture of people who learn from each other. They had a celebration of my 10th anniversary. The chair of the staff association got up and said, I came to Hartford about the same time he did. And what I noticed was there used to be these, the architects call them desire paths, these paths across the grass. And when he came here, he put sidewalks there. So I guess he's a sidewalk builder. And he meant it, of course, humorously. When I got up to speak at the end, I said, that's not a bad metaphor for what I think I'm doing. I'm looking at where people want to go, and I'm helping them to get there. When you graduate from college, you should know more about yourself than when you entered, and you should know more about the world around you. And if you can say those two things, I think you're successful. Will you ever learn all there is to know about what you're like inside, or everything about the world about you? I hope not. mean, that's what makes life interesting. I'm still learning all those things.